Good morning everyone and welcome to Vibe Test, my new video series where I'm testing vibe-coded apps by individuals and people that are trying to ship something cool. And for today, I'm really excited to introduce and start with an app created by Mika. And this app is called Mediate, conflictmediatorai.com. And this idea is super cool. I haven't seen another one on my timeline or anywhere yet. And so it is basically the AI for finding common ground. And so you sign in and basically you can resolve a conflict with someone, get clarity on a situation, and get neutral opinion on stuff that are happening in your life. And you can also set up your profile to get a more personalized experience. And I think if you have a room code, you can have a room with the other people that you're trying to have a conversation with and the mediator in the middle. But let's discover the landing page before we try to get a free mediation here. You can resolve conflicts with people instead of going back and forth with someone, having your biased opinion versus theirs. You can have somebody in the middle, which is AI, completely neutral, 0% bias, help you out. You can understand yourself, so you can use it as a journal, get clarity on a situation, on someone's tone in a text, and help with negotiating deals. And so as we said, journaling, debugging your triggers, so basically trying to understand where your anxiety is coming from, what are your patterns. It can understand everything about you. It can track your growth, so it will remember everything that you're saying and doing and track how you've been growing day by day. And also AI mediated sessions, so it will give you the real opinion on what you're doing, tell you if you're doing wrong or right, and more. And so you can also talk to it via Telegram, but let's get started with free mediation to try this out. Hello Marianne NFTs, what's on your mind? Let's create a situation that is completely hypothetical, that does not exist. What is a conflict that happens? Okay. My coworker keeps trying to dim my light. I don't know if I'm doing anything wrong or if it's their problem. So the situation we created here is a coworker that keeps trying to bring me down. What does the AI say? That's frustrating. Sounds like you're caught between doubting yourself and sensing something's off with them. What does dimming your light look like in practice? Are they undermining you in meetings, taking credit or something? This is interesting. They're asking the right questions. So let's say they try to never give me credit, always stand against me, even if I'm clearly right. Always trying to find something wrong with my work. That's exhausting, especially the standing against you even when you're clearly right. That's not about your work, that's about them feeling threatened. Do you want to actually work this out with them through a mediated conversation, or are you more trying to figure out if you're reading the situation? That's interesting. How does that work? Your words are private, only the AI rewritten version is shared. Interesting. We'd set up an AI-mediated session where both of you answer questions separately about the situation, what's happening, what you need, where you're willing to bend. The AI identifies common ground and helps you both see each other's perspective without the usual defensiveness that comes from talking face-to-face. You'd invite them via email, you both work through it async, and at the end, you get a framework for moving forward together. Think of it like having a really perceptive mediator who keeps things fair and focused. I think this is cool. So it doesn't get you into a room where you both talk and argue. It basically asks you questions separately, and it creates a report of both of the inputs on its own. I think this is a really interesting idea. Now, if we get out, I think we can go discover my profile. So, good morning, ready to start exploring. How are you feeling right now? I'm feeling great. We can have a journal check-in, debugging ourselves, Let's see the history. Oh, it shows that there's no session yet. I wonder if referrals, clarity, relationship insights, progress, journal. Okay. I think this is a super cool idea. Let's try debugging myself. Hey Marianne, what's going on? Tell me what's bugging you. A conflict or reaction you had. Something you can't stop thinking about. We'll figure it out together. Let's create another situation. I had a situation. I was in a situation where I need to stand up for myself, but I completely froze and only knew what to say after the conflict ended. This always happens during an argument. I freeze and then get all of the banger responses when I'm alone. Let's see what it's gonna say. The freeze response is so frustrating, and then you replay it with all the perfect comebacks you didn't say. What was the situation where you froze? Someone, what should we create? Accused me of talking behind their back, but I never did. When they accused you, what did the freeze feel like in your body? I just blanked out, didn't know what to say. And can't remember the rest. That complete blank out, protective response. Was this your coworker who accused you? The one who's been dimming your light and remembered the older conversation. Let's say yes, exactly. Can't believe you remember that. Of course I remember. This person keeps coming at you from different angles, first undermining your work, now accusing you of talking behind their back. When you think about it now, does this accusation feel random, or does it fit with how they've been treating you? What do you think they were actually trying to accomplish by calling you out like that? Maybe they want me fired. That's a heavy thought. Given the pattern, the constant fault finding, undermining you even when you're clearly right, and now the accusation, it's not paranoia to wonder if they're building a case against you. I like that. Let's try to get my insights. Analyzing your patterns. This takes a moment while the AI connects the dots. Okay. So here it's still a JSON file. I think it should be formatted better, but I think that's good feedback to give. Oh, and here it's still not filled completely. I think she's still working on that, but that's interesting. Blind spot, you're framing the freeze as a personal failure. The core fear is being seen as the villain when you're innocent. A recurring pattern, same coworker. Actionable step, document this accusation and the pattern of the behavior in writing. Consider whether you need to loop in HR or your manager before this person controls the narrative. Reframe, freezing isn't weakness. You know, I think this is a really interesting app. I think it has a lot of potential. I want to try to use it with a person. Maybe I'll do a part 2 where I actually invite someone to a room and we see how it works from both sides. Maybe I'll do it with Mika if she's down. What I want to try doing is basically try to see if it's gonna tell me that I'm wrong when I say something that I'm doing wrong. I think this would be next step, but I think this is a really creative app. It has a lot of potential. I would use it. I think I would use it when I try it more deeply and test it. I think that if it's able to tell me where I'm wrong and doesn't agree with me whenever I do or say anything, even if it's nonsense, I think I definitely use this. But creativity-wise, super creative. Is it solving a real problem? I think it is. I haven't seen anything like that before. If you have, please let me know in the comments. And other than that, let me know what you guys noticed, what feedback we can give Mika, and if you would use this or no. And if you have an app that you want me to review or test, also send it out in the comments and let me know. Thank you so much, guys. I think this was an incredible session. I hope you like this video series, and I hope that I can keep on trying to improve it episode by episode. Keep on sending me your awesome apps, and see you guys soon.